Hi love, how are you tonight? I hope you're having a good day so far. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the replay of this video. If you're new to the page, a big hello to you. My name is Aubrey Daimler. I am an author and a coach and an energy healer who helps women with endometriosis naturally manage pain, increase energy, and find peace with endo. So I am back tonight answering a question from a fellow endo sister who wanted to know how to keep yourself accountable if you're following the endo diet or something similar along those lines. So I remember when I first started out on this journey back in 2011, and I remember how hard it was at first to make changes with your food, to make changes with what you're eating. And it can feel super overwhelming at first, especially as you start to see all of the foods that you need to cut out, which may be foods that you're eating all the time. So I can tell you from experience that was true for me. I was eating a lot of things that are on that avoid side of the endo diet list, things like dairy and gluten and sugar and all of these things that were part of my daily diet. So I wanted to chat a little bit about some strategies that I've used over the years with myself and with my clients to hold yourself accountable, to make this a longer, sustainable type change. Because I think sometimes when you hear that word diet, right, it automatically can trigger some stress because the first thing that we think about is all of these things that we can't have. So I think first and foremost, this is really a mindset shift, and knowing how important it is, how important of a role food plays in how you feel is the ticket. So my first piece of advice on this is to get really clear on how you want to feel. So take a moment and think about that and drop some words in the comments and let me know how you want to feel ultimately in your life. Once you get clear on that, it becomes easier really to keep yourself accountable to many things, not just food. So get really clear on that question. How do you want to feel? And drop your answer for me in the comments. I would love to see how you want to feel moving forward. Feelings are energy, and they connect to that higher intuitive part of yourself. And it can really help steer you along the way on these choices that you make. So that's the first tip that I have, is get clear on how you want to feel. And then check in with yourself during the day to see how you actually do feel, and pay attention to how certain foods make you feel. So if you're first starting out on this journey, or even if you're far in and are finding yourself like falling off track, not sticking to certain things, it can be helpful to take a day or two and record everything that you're eating. So use a journal, or use like a lot of their food apps that are out there, food journaling apps, and just record what you're eating during the day. And then pay attention to how you're feeling and how certain foods make you feel. If you can put that connection together, then you're gonna start to see, oh, if I eat this piece of pizza, then 10-30 minutes later, I want to take a nap, or I'm feeling super tired and I'm feeling foggy headed. So just start to be like your own investigator in a sense, and start to write down everything you're eating and how you're feeling. And once you put those connections together, then it becomes easier to make choices along the way when something comes that's maybe tempting you, that, oh, this might taste good in the moment, but how is it going to make me feel later on? So really using those feelings as your guide. And again, that's tapping back into that intuitive part of yourself. And then again, paying attention to how do certain foods make you feel. So I think ultimately what has helped me along the way, the biggest thing has been a mindset shift. So instead of thinking like, these are all the things that I can't have, and being in more of that restrictive type space, expanding that open and seeing what can I eat, what is going to serve my body, what is going to help me to feel better, what is going to help me to heal. So focusing on adding in good stuff instead of putting so much focus on like all of these things that I can't have. So it's that mindset shift from I can't have this now to I don't want this because it's going to make me feel bad and I deserve to feel good. So that's the ultimate major shift that I've made and that I really try to help my clients through, is shifting from that restrictive space into this more expansive space and connecting back to really that self-love and knowing that you deserve to feel good and that food plays a big part of that. And ultimately, I think that's the ticket to keeping yourself accountable long term, because you're connecting back to I deserve to feel good. I'm going to make these choices that allow me to feel good. And just know over time that eventually it does get easier. So at first, if you're trying to cut a lot of these things, they are physically addictive. Things like gluten and dairy have like opiate type effects in your brain. So they are physically addictive. And there actually can be a little bit of withdrawal type symptoms that come from this. And a lot of times we connect a lot of these foods back to comfort or different type of emotional type things. So if you can dig a little deeper even into that as you're journaling, as you're trying to track what you're eating and how you're feeling, pay attention to physical symptoms, also pay attention to those emotional type connections as well. So just turning into almost your own type scientist and researcher and seeing, what are my triggers and why do I want this food? And especially if you're down the line and you've tried to cut these things and it's coming back in, like what is the connection there? Like what is the pull there? And just remember how that food's gonna make you feel. And just know that you deserve to feel good. So I think that's the ultimate ticket, is changing that mindset to you deserve to feel good. Food plays a huge role in that. And just that's gonna help you stay accountable in the long term. It becomes a natural choice of I don't want to eat this because it's going to make me feel like crap. I want to eat this because it's going to make me feel good. And eventually those cravings will start to drop off and you will start to crave those things that do serve your body and fuel your body. And just know that it's very easy. All of us fall off track sometimes. You're in that moment and you have that deliciousness or whatever that's in front of you and you just want to taste it and enjoy it in the moment, and that's totally fine. Make sure you're enjoying it in the moment. Try not to guilt yourself or be thinking like this is so bad, I'm making this choice right now, but enjoy it in the moment and then pay attention to how that makes you feel later. And if you can connect back to those feelings again and just know that you deserve to feel good, that's going to help you stay accountable for the long term on choosing things that are going to help to serve your body. So that was my primary message that I wanted to share in answer to that question tonight. I hope that this did serve you. And if you do need like more help on staying accountable, on staying on track, that is a primary thing that I do. I am a coach, so I can help you one-on-one, or I also have a group program that's open right now called Peace with Endo Connect, which provides you a roadmap on steps that you can take with diet and beyond diet to naturally, holistically managing symptoms that you get from endometriosis. So that's open right now. You can join us over at peacewithendo.com/connect. And the doors are only going to be open until Friday on the 30th. So if you want to get in and check it out, make sure you do so before then. And within the group program, we do have check-ins. So it's designed to really keep you accountable and to keep you on track and to provide that support from me and from other ladies who are on the same road to healing. So thank you so much for joining me live tonight. If you did find this information to be helpful, please share it with a friend or tag another endo sister in the comments. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm sending you all so much love. Mwah! We'll chat soon. Bye for now.